Morning, welcome back to Gunpar's workshop. In this video I'm going to talk you through the process I went through on getting some workshop air filtering into my little workshop. Yeah, because Grandpa's old lungs need a little help. Why an air filter? Well, those of you who have been struggling in small garages will realise that once you start getting power tools in, one vacuum isn't enough. You need a small one with a smallish pipe for your regular hand power tools, and then you need the big 50 litre chip extractor with a 60 or 100 ml pipe in order to get the volume away from the machine. And then, because these power tools are not 100% dust free, even though you're catching most of the sawdust, there's lots of fine particulates that get spewed up into the air that end up on your lungs. So a little workshop needs 3 vacuum stroke dust extractors, which was a bit of a financial shock to me. And putting some MDF in the workshop here, realised I needed an air filter. Decisions. When I started off, that there wasn't a lot of decisions to make, but since then there's more stuff come up on the market, more decisions. When I started off, it was really the Axminster or the Record Power, and they both had reasonable reviews. The Record Power had more reviews by the YouTubers I watch, so I thought it was that. So the Record Power or the Axminster. And there was also the Thor fan in a can, or the Thor briefcase, quarter briefcase sized collection thing. I didn't like those two because they'd had 1 or 2 bad reviews, and looking at the videos I didn't fancy the dust extraction being by way of folding what I thought was a big chunk of loose loft insulation in a can. I preferred the square inner roof space boxes that had the nice neat 2-stage bag and then corrugated filter that you can easily swap in and out. So over the summer I was looking at them in great detail, and I've done a slideshow. The prices on the slideshow are slightly out of whack because since I prepared it, the prices have shot up and down. I think the Record Power, which was the most expensive, has gone up. The Axminster's come slightly down. The Rutland, which was well short of reviews until Dave on Gumpy's Workshop's just done one, unfortunately by the time his review dropped I'd already chosen one. Thanks Dave. Could have saved myself 50 quid, but I'm happy with what I've got. So there's that. There's also, and I'm really ticked off about this, as Dave pointed out, Schlepak have brought out one as well. So that's quite a bit cheaper than the Axminster and the Record Power. And it's in blue, so I'm gutted. I'd have loved the blue one to go with all my other blue stuff. Anyway, I've dropped the hammer on one, and I bet you want to know what it is. Well, some of you probably know what it is already because you've probably seen it lurking in the corner, and I've spent way too long finishing what's in the can. So, are you ready for unveiling first? Ta-da! I went for the Record Power. More expensive, but as you can see, five-year warranty, and that appeals to me. You can stop and rewind and look at the details in the slide showing the corner again, but they're all much of a muchness. They all filter down to the same degree of microns. They've all got what looks like the same filter system, although due to the size of the boxes they may not be exactly the same filters. But again, 2-stage filter. They all hang from their ceiling on chains. They all have a remote control. and they all have timers, half an hour, 2 hours, so you can turn it on and then set it to clean up the air over the length of your session and a little bit after. This one, gross weight 15 kilograms. The weights vary in size. I know all four of them look very much the same, and I suspect perhaps the motor and some other gubbins are the same, but they're not clones in the same way that the benchtop belt and disc sanders were. So I'm pleased with it. I shall open it now. And maybe, because I've got this and the bandsaw, there may be a change of workshop livery into green and yellow, because I quite like it. But, let's have a look. Open it up. What have we got? Yeah, just like the bandsaw, you get a stonking instruction book, three in English, French, no, English, French, yes, French and German. Look, what's this? Ooh, I like opening little boxes inside of big boxes. Aha, I suspect this is the... Right, so what the book has got here is remote control. It's got an off and on speed and a timer, which I presume clicks through the options. 2 really cheap batteries that I'm not going to use. And let me just open these here. Let's see. Oh, what's the bits I'm going to lose? 4 nice hooks with some very pretty little flanged washers, bolts I mean. So presumably the big ones will be the plastic covering screwing to the top of the unit, and then we've got 4 large screwed hooks screwing to the roof, and 4 chains of that length, that maybe, which should have the thing probably hanging down at this height if I just hung them from the cross members of the roof trusses. So, hang on, pardon me while I just put these flange nuts, oh come along, I'll put them on the hooks, otherwise you know me, they'll disappear into the recesses of the corner somewhere, and I'll be one short and can't hang them up. So I've got to this, would you believe I've lost one already? Ah, I like that. Wood for the trees. There we go, so that's them. Actually, I shall put these all out of the way. I think I've discovered a new problem in the workshop, guys. Can't get my fat behind in between the bench and the bandsaw fence. Right. Oh dear. This is where it gets awkward. And there we go. basically sliding on the plug. So, well, in theory, if you had a big workshop, you can use the handle and move your filter to where you're doing your sanding. I'll show you the front. Nice control panel. Well, that's broken, the actual little screw piece. Now, did you see if I did it? Oh, it was like that. That might have happened there. Shh! I'm going to need to get that fixed. And that's the control panel. Right. Two of the reasons why I got this, well, there were several reasons, is that in the demos it looked like putting in and taking these out was a lot easier than on the Axminster. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. The other one was I preferred the look of the control, and this had a 5-year warranty. So let's see if I can turn it on. Yep, it's not bad. Jump cut. Oh, the trials of a YouTuber filming. Anyway, right, I've had to do this again because the camera stopped and I didn't know. I thought I'd show you the sound. So, on, and it comes on high. Press and hold again, it changes. That's mid, high, low. Mid, high. Off. So it's a press and hold issue. I need to learn the timing on that. So there we go. I think we'll cut it short for a day. We don't want it to be too long. You'll probably see this thing going up into the loft somehow in a montage shortly. Take care. Crack on. See you again.